is Senem Oezdogan. I am a painter originally from Germany, but now I live in Brooklyn. I started developing the gradient works around 2014. It was kind of a little bit the starting point for that body of work, and then from there it evolved and changed, or it came back or changed again, but it's an ever evolving concept. I use acrylic paint because it's a material that has a lot of limitations when it comes to gradient painting, but the limitations also create the look of the work. It's never airbrushed. I use a lot of brushes and quite a bit of paint, and it's very repetitive. It's a very physical process. It's also my favorite part, but over time the work also changed. Back in the day, it was more about creating the perfect surface and removing the painter's hand. But now with this new body of work, I really want the brush strokes to be visible. It adds a whole new element to the work. And again, acrylic does it in a very specific way, and that really adds to what the work in the end looks like. I think at the end of the day, what I really always want these works to be is some sort of a vessel for an experience. And everyone who encounters them, I guess, comes with a whole different set of references in front of these pieces. So I love that it can be something different for everyone else, how they connect the dots for themselves. When you love a material and you can really rediscover it over and over again, it's like, how many times can you turn a stone, you know? So you have this thing and you engage with it, and unexpected things happen. And I think that is really what's fun in the studio. It's always like a little bit become a scientist, because you can experiment with consistencies and things like that. And then again, you know, you can take this nylon material and you can turn it into a really solid sculpture. If you rip it, it rips, but you can find these ways to really transform it and make it into something really durable. I am really excited about digging deeper into the sculptural work, and hope that I can learn as I go. When you start a new body of work, there is this moment when you can't really say if something is good or something is bad, and you're free of judgment. And it's such a pure moment in a practice where you create without having to be really harsh with what you create. You're giving yourself space to just make things, right? And it's a very frustrating moment because you don't know what you're doing, and it takes a lot of time for things to emerge. But it's also such a fleeting moment. It goes way too fast, because when you're in there, it's kind of where all the good ideas come from. And it's that first moment where you see so many things and you try to make sense of what it is that you want to create. And I think to be able to stay in this moment a little longer, I always like try to treasure that, because it's gone way too fast. And then you have the set of these core ideas, and then you have to make it into something good or something bad. And then, you know, the judgmental side of the artist will come in and shape these things. So yeah, that's always like a good spot to be in.